Yesterday, both Celtic and Rangers won rather emphatically, with Celtic beating Motherwell at Fir Park 4-0 and Rangers blowing away Hearts at Ibrox 5-0. Rangers certainly responded well from their thumping from Celtic during the week, and Celtic managed to keep momentum going, which is vital in a title race. Whilst Rangers showed brilliant reaction by battering Hearts at Ibrox, ex-Celtic striker Chris Commons reckons Giovanni Van Bronckhorst's men have scars so deep it won't be easy to bounce back from every week. He has predicted that there is no chance of them being fully recovered from it until April the 3rd in the next Old Firm game. In his Daily Mail column, he said, Rangers travel to Borussia Dortmund in the Europa League next Thursday and can take heart from the fact that the Germans were fresh 5-2 at home by Bayer Leverkusen yesterday. Until then, however, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst and his players must devote all their efforts and energy into getting their domestic campaign back on track. Yesterday's 5-0 thrashing of Hearts offered a very positive starting point, but one result will not immediately repair all the damage inflicted at Celtic Park last week. That's what happens in Old Firm games. Anytime you're on the end of a heavy defeat, the scars don't heal properly until you've got the chance to put things right in the next match against your rivals. Rangers look sharp against Hearts and bounce back in the best possible way, but there's still a long way to go on the road to recovery after such a harrowing defeat to Celtic. I'm sure Rangers fans will have found that game last Wednesday to be a real eye-opener. If it hadn't been for some exceptional goalkeeping from Alan McGregor, Celtic could have won by 5 or 6. They absolutely battered Rangers. That was as dominant a performance as Celtic have produced in an Old Firm match for years. It felt like a throwback to the first couple of seasons under Brendan Rodgers. There's now a ruthlessness to this Celtic team, a relentless streak, which from their position at the top of the table means it's now their title to lose from here. They have all the momentum. That can take you a long way, but there's also the fact that quite simply, they are just playing a much better brand of football than Rangers. In terms of the style being implemented by both managers, Celtic are further along their journey under Ange Postecoglou than Rangers are under Van Bronckhorst. The Dutchman got his tactics totally wrong in the Old Firm game. Rangers sat far too deep and were too passive, allowing Celtic all sorts of space in the wide channels. Commons went on to compare both Rangers and Celtic's transfer business and stated that he had been impressed by the recruitment at Celtic Park, but has doubts over the business Rangers have done in the summer and in January. He said Rio Itate and Matt O'Reilly absolutely strolled their way through the game, with the Japanese midfielder proving to be the match winner with 2 excellent goals. Signed for roughly £1.5 million apiece, they already look like 2 outstanding acquisitions for Celtic. Adding to the several others brought to the club by Postecoglou, Kyogo Furuhashi is the pick of the bunch in that respect, but Liel Abada continues to make a brilliant impact, albeit slightly under the radar. The little Israeli winger now has 14 goals and 11 assists in all competitions, which is an outstanding return in early February for a 20-year-old in his first season with the club. You've then got Jota and Cameron Carter-Vickers, 2 loan players who I'm sure Ange would dearly love to sign down on permanent deals. Junanovic has been seen as an excellent find as well. Dazen Maeda looks to be a decent addition up front, while Carl Starfelt is slowly but surely starting to come onto a game. Compare that to how Rangers have recruited over the past year or so. Of their summer signings last year, none of John Lundstrom, Fashion Sakala or Juninho Bacana have made an appreciable impact. A lot of people are focusing on the fact that Manchester United have spent £37 million on Diallo as though it's some sort of guarantee about his ability, but it doesn't work like that. Given the current state of affairs at Old Trafford, I wouldn't trust United to spend £37 million on anyone. Diallo was swallowed up by the occasion against Celtic. Ramsey came off the bench to make his debut against Hearts yesterday, and Rangers must hope he gets himself up to full speed as soon as possible. They don't have time to ease him in gently. They need players who can hit the ground running and ready to go flat out from now until the end of the season. Because one thing's for sure, Celtic are now the pace setters. They're the best team in the league right now, and it's up to Rangers to catch them. What are your thoughts on Chris Commons' words, and do you believe Celtic are now the best team in the league? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more Scottish football content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take care, peace.